All right. Western Water Sports crew, ahoy. We are getting straight into this one as the Broncos take on an injury-depleted Rabbitohs team. Now, we do have a same-game multi for this one. I haven't had a chance, obviously, to set it up yet. Haven't even had a chance to change the scoreboards over just yet. We'll get to all of that in a moment. But, yes, it was a little bit of a rush to try and get everything sorted in time. So I do apologise. We will get it sorted out. It's always the case on Friday night footy, of course. Friday night footy, it's always a little bit of a rush in between games. Hopefully, one of these days we can get a system set up where it's all just a little bit easier to get going. Heel Fries, ahoy mates, Game of Mel, ahoy, no this, ahoy, and Frederick, ahoy, welcome along. 20 points to 18, what a game we just witnessed, bloody hell. The Dolphins and the Warriors going down to the wire, very much literally to the very last minute of the game. All right, so we are going to go ahead and get things set up here. For this one, the Broncos versus the Rabbitohs. Now, I was talking about the Rabbitohs earlier, and I was suggesting that if you took all their injured players, all their players who are unavailable, whether it be through injury or suspension, and you put them into the starting lineup for the Perth Bears, for example, that would be a very, very competitive squad. I mean, it really would be absolutely unreal. That's how many players that they've got out. So all things considering, I mean, they're doing quite well for themselves, even though they're losing games. But I mean, they're not necessarily losing games by a whole heck of a lot. Referee Peter Goff for this one, and let's see, can they put up a fight? Is there a Wayne Bennett miracle here on Friday night footy? Well, we're about to find out. It's the Broncos with the kickoff. We did get it sorted eventually. We'll go ahead and bring in the ultimate Broncos supporter for the ultimate Broncos game.
Oh, this isn't the ultimate Broncos game.
Well, it should be. They should win by about 50. They should.
Well, I've got 3 in my multi, so hopefully a few of them get in there.
Yes, I will continue to work on getting things up on the screen as we go along here. The Dolphins stealing the game from the Warriors right on the stroke of full time.
Hell. Did you end up tipping the Dolphins?
I did tip the Dolphins, yes.
God damn it, I tipped the Warriors. Even my dog's judging me for that.
The Rabbitohs get through their first set and the kick goes downfield. Broncos with their first possession of the game. Corn on the Cobbo is back in the starting lineup, which is great for the commentary because I've been missing calling the corn on the Cobbo.
Wait,
Chibasaki up over halfway.
is Cobbo out?
Cobbo's back, I said. I've been missing the call of corn on the Cobbo.
Said he was laid out. I was like, I literally just put him in my multi like 5 minutes ago.
Carrigan put on his back here on play 4. 40 metres out from the line.
Obviously. I'm just letting you.
Reynolds with the kick. Broncos maybe a step offside here on the kick chase, but Johnston takes it anyway. He's now driven back into the end goal. No, he stays in the field of play. Alex Johnston will play it half a metre out. Jai Gray now under pressure to try and return this ball, but the Broncos swarming defence. And they bobble the ball, the Rabbitohs, and lose it. Ben Hunt comes away with it, but can't control it. What a result, though, for the Broncos. They'll go on the attack, 10 out. That's a big mistake there. Tallis Duncan.
Who's in my multi? For this one, I've got Shibasaki Gajiski. I think that's how you say his name. Mike Wazowski. And Cobbo and that guy that usually scores for the Rabbitohs. What's his name on the wing?
Yeah, thanks. Notice this. I am aware of that. UFC, fantastic, mate. I think that's a very healthy decision. As Walsh can't get the pass away on that left edge. Broncos, though, 15 out from the line. A full set of 6. Slow play the ball. Hunt with the short ball in front of the posts. 5 meters out. Carrigan on the crash ball from a 2 standing to start, though. He needed more pace. Hunt brings it back to the left. No, he doesn't. He goes short again. Jensen can't get across the line. 5th and last. Hunt sends it left. Reynolds. Harbour Bridge pass over the top for corn on the Cobbo, who steps back in field, gives it to Mam. Beware the second kick. Oh, the second kick was shit. And it's picked up by Jai Gray at the back.
I was like, yeah, beware that. Gary Bell, I'm doing well for Friday evening. How are you doing over there? And ahoy, if I didn't say it before. Ahoy to everybody. Craig Howarth, Dan is in the process of fixing. It is the perils of a quick swap between 2 games. That kid out on the field for South Sydney looks about 11. Oh my
Aren't there child labour laws?
Oh my God, look at him. He's so skinny and weedy and tiny. Like
Fifth and last here, the kick goes down to Reece Walsh. That was a big defensive set from the Broncos.
Reece Walsh and Pappenhausen are tiny little men, but they've at least filled out. They don't look like they're still in high school. My goodness me.
How's the ankle going, Gamer Mel?
Yeah, that's bad. A friend of mine did that. Our friend did that, Dan. She stepped down off of a step and broke her ankle. That would be Kristen.
Ah, right.
Yeah, she was.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
30 out from the line. Here goes Hunt. Puts the kick in behind. Johnston gets a bad bounce. He does well to recollect it over his shoulder.
That's the other guy on my multi, Alex Johnston.
10 meters out from their own line here, the Rabbitohs.
Mickey, ahoy.
Low, play the ball. This one, Carrigan did well to control the ruck area there, and the Rabbitohs finding it hard going here at the start of the game. Papu Nai says, hopefully the scarf doesn't do anything with the results. I don't think so. Not this week. There is 0% chance of the Rabbitohs winning this game.
It's a different scarf this week. It's my actual scarf, not my mum's scarf. So let's see if I've got better scarf juju than my mum does. Mum's is still out there somewhere. I went and tossed it.
Here's another player who's back in the squad. The Big D. The Big D back in the team this week.
Oh, yeah. I was going to put him in my... Oh, someone else is... Well, who is...
More injuries. More injury concerns here for the Rabbitohs. Broncos on halfway. Here goes Hunt from dummy half as they get a set restart, I do believe. I heard the bell. Yes, it is 6 again for the Broncos.
Yeah, it does kind of look like a Gryffindor scarf, doesn't it?
Carrigan
Definitely
charges inside the 30, flicks the pass back to nobody. Ezra Mam scoops it up. And they've lost a couple of meters there, the Broncos, but still early in the tackle count. Mr. Ed's dead. Ahoy, mate.
Mr. Ed's dead.
Jansen puts the bumpers up. They're 20 meters out from the line. Carrigan in midfield. Out the back to Reynolds. Mam, numbers to the right, but it's a loose pass. And the Big D can't collect it. Loses it into touch. And that's brilliant defense from the Rabbitohs, forcing the mistake there.
There's probably about 6 Rabbitohs out there that I actually know because they're so depleted.
Yeah.
Like,
I said it at the top of the stream. If you take all the injured and unavailable Rabbitohs and put them in the Perth Bears, they've got a very competitive squad to start with. It's unreal the amount of players that are out.
Did Ed's dead, ahoy. Did that guy number 9 there, he must have sorted out his arm. No, he's still trying to shake it out.
Here goes Jai Gray off second phase to Alex Johnston in space. Oh, but look at the pace of Stags getting across. Alex Johnston can't get the old legs pumping hard enough. And Katoni Stags with the younger legs had way too much pace.
He's still gripping his arm. How is he still?
Yeah, he's in a bad way. There's Lewis Dodd in midfield. Fifth and last here for the Bunnies.
Oh.
Dodd puts the kick up. Contestable ball. That's a good one. The Broncos let it bounce. They want a 6 again here, the Rabbitohs, but they're not going to get the call. Dodd spills it. Gets the kick away in the end, and it sits up for corn on the Cobbo. Cobbo tackled 25 out from his own line. 4 into set.
That number 3. Is he a debutant?
Number 3 for who?
The Rabbits. Oh, someone else has got an injured shoulder for the Rabbits. What are they doing?
Oh, no. Off he goes, Ryan Gray, the number 9. Up over halfway now with the kick. Walsh finding a little bit of space. Sits up for Jai Grad at the back.
It's awful seeing them just, they're dropping like flies.
And a penalty to the Rabbitohs for a flop, I believe was the call. A flop from Carrigan.
Left flop.
And honestly, 10 minutes gone, no score. I really am surprised by this.
Well,
they're only just holding on, mind you. Only just holding on.
They are, and they're going to play. Oh God, that ball boy has got no idea. It's tough. They've got so many out injured, as we keep saying, but they don't want to be the team that hands Bennett his first wooden spoon.
Oh, they've lost the ball on play 1. Tackle 2, it would have been. They've lost the ball, and the Broncos will come away with it. And, well, it's something you just have to expect when the team is this injury wilted. It's something you do just have to expect, I suppose. Sean Kepi, though, is one of the regular starters and probably shouldn't be making mistakes like that.
No. I'm not going to lie. For a second there, I thought they'd recalled Sam Burgess.
Does look like.
Yeah, DJ Shark, it's a little bit of I feel like the way that he was moving his shoulder there and trying to massage some feeling back into it could definitely be a little bit of nerve damage there that he's copped. A little bit of a corker, maybe something, a bit of twinge in the neck. But it's sad to watch, but for some reason it's still not as sad as watching the Tigers. I digress.
Carrigan takes it up the middle here on play 4. Ezra Mam steps off the left. Can't get through. Well wrapped up there by the Rabbitohs. 5th and last. They're holding on here, the Bunnies. As Reynolds chips it in over the top. Johnston places himself perfectly for it. But he's now driven back close to the goal line.
Driven almost back in.
Half a metre out. Oh, big hit there from Carrigan. And he had some help. I didn't see who it was from. I think that was old mate Mike Wazowski.
DJ Shark, I'm not 100% sure exactly how many they've got injured. I just know it's most of them.
About 15. About 15 from their top 30.
Yeah, that's crazy. John Michael Ahoy, Mookie, my same game multi is at Alex Johnston, Mike Wazowski, Shibasaki, and Corn on the Cobbo.
Down the short side on the 5th and last, they only made it out to the 30. And the Big D taps it back in field. Then he traps it with the boot. He had an eternity. Oh, and now he's copped a high shot there from Jacob Post. Incidental contact, mind you. But still, how often do you see those get called? A lot. Diamond Masalo, score, please. I don't think he's asking what the score is. I think he's saying, like, someone for the love of Christ, score, please. That's what I think is happening there. As big, bad Xavier Willison takes it up over halfway. The Dolphins just beat the Warriors 20 points to 18. Cosmolance. Fifth and last, Reynolds puts the ball high. Contestable. Oh, well taken at the back there by Bentley-Hape, I believe it was. Has it for the Rabbitohs. And they're hanging in here. Well, is this a traditional Wayne Bennett ambush in the making?
Well, he knows Suncorp. He knows the Broncos.
Yeah, and he knows Madge Maguire. There was some interesting stat that popped up. He's only lost one out of his last 10 or something going up against Madge head-to-head. Mind you, that was Madge in charge of the wooden spoon winning Tigers. As the ball is almost intercepted there by Cobbo. He tapped it up, but then he couldn't get the legs pumping to go and collect it. No score here. Still in this one, 12 minutes gone.
John Michael, since discovering Wasted World of Sports, I found it to be very calming as it's relaxing. Dude, I agree. I fell asleep about half-time in the Melbourne Storm game last night. Dan's voice lulled me into a coma. And I had really weird, vivid dreams. Not about Dan. I just want to clarify. Not about Dan.
Scrum down here on their own 30, the Rabbitohs. Speaking of earlier today, there it is, popped up on the screen.
I can't believe they backed themselves there. Like,
I can't believe how. Oh yeah, look, I would have been a coward and taken the 2. Especially, they hadn't even looked like scoring a try in the second half, and they backed themselves at the very death with the last set of 6. That was unbelievable. Down the short side, go the Rabbitohs, and they've coughed the ball up. Knocked backwards, says the referee. Fifth and last.
Mookie, haven't you met John Michael before? He's our resident serial killer.
The ball goes high. Walsh moves forward for it and claims it, but he's met in the tackle by Ashton Ward, who is so new. This is how depleted the Rabbitohs are. Ashton Ward doesn't even have a player photo on the NRL website.
He is so...
Cobbo goes straight through and he links up with Mam. Mam's got Walsh on the inside. Holds the pass up perfectly. Walsh goes back to Mam. And Ezra scores the opening try. Just like that. Now, I had Reece Walsh in my multi, but not Ezra. The Broncos have opened them up.
I did not put Ezra in my multi either. Oh my God. That was a 3-man weave if I ever fucking saw one.
Straight up the middle goes Cobbo. The Rabbitohs, very complacent in defense. That's inexperience. And Ezra Mam with the opening try of the game. Broncos up 4-0, kick to come.
Oh. That was a little basketball move. I'm just going to put that out there. You know, the quick passing, you know.
Hey, there was a basketball move in the last game as well, and I actually called it a basketball pass. Yeah, you would have been very impressed.
Damn, I missed it.
You would have been very impressed because it would have given you a free opening to bloody talk about basketball.
Well, that was lovely. That was, you know, bang dang. That's, you know.
Diamond Masalo says thanks, Ezra, for the opening try. The deadlock has finally been broken.
That was a nice little move. I'm not going to lie.
Reynolds from right in front puts it over for 6 points to 0.
John Michael, you know I'm only kidding about the serial killer thing. It was pretty funny, but...
So for those who might have missed it in the last game, of course, I talked about how the November Wasted Water Sports meetups will be happening. Brisbane, Sydney, and Melbourne. We've just got to work out all the details. Early November, though, will be the post-season. Early November will be the time frame. So if you want to come out and have a drink or 20 with the Wasted Water Sports crew, there'll be more details posted soon. Well, Sydney and Melbourne will... Yeah, Sydney and Melbourne will just be me.
Dan.
Well, Jace might be coming to Melbourne.
Oh, really?
Carrigan carries it outside the 30. Broncos up 6-0.
Booked myself accommodation in Sydney for December, so a little late for the party I will be.
Yeah, you'll have to have your own. Kick over the top here on play 4. Finds space in behind AJ. Johnston collects it on the goal line. And Ben Hunt leads the chase to make the tackle. Bow down. You've changed your name from Viking Axe to Bow Down. Well, thank you for letting me know. Because people don't often let me know.
Why have you changed your name?
I'm sorry. I've got to read this one out. Scaife97 says, rumours are Reynolds still hasn't recovered from his long-distance try last week. Can we confirm or deny? I think we can confirm.
We can confirm. Oh!
Kick is charged down, and it sits up for Jordan Ricky, but he can't collect his feet. It's front foot ball now for the Broncos, though. 20 out from the line. It was on out to the left, but they decide to keep it in tight. Up the middle goes Stags. Opportunity knocking. Big, bad Xavier Willison. Look at the size of this man. Can't get the arm free.
He is a large boy, isn't he?
10 out from the line. Reynolds drops it off on the inside there. For Corey Jensen. 2 tackles left. They've raced through this set. Hunt is shoved. So he spins around and gives it to Walsh out on the left. And Walsh decides for some reason to take on Jacob Host. He was never going to win that battle. 5th and last. Just to the left of post. 12 out. Reynolds now. Grubbers in behind the line. Stags chases through. Johnston gets away from him. Gets away from Ezra Mam. And Willison, of all people, brings him down. Penalty now to the Rabbitohs.
Oh, goodness me. Hey, Heel Fries, I was expecting you to pop in last week. Or you weren't at the game. I mean, it was at Suncorp as usual. But I was expecting you to pop on in and laugh at me. So, you know.
Rabbitohs fine touch here. Only just outside the 20. It's a poor bloody kick to touch.
Very nice, Bad. I'm sorry, I had to reset my chat. It stops every so often. Are you at the pub?
Good man.
Wait,
is there a good sports bar in Sydney, Hill Fries? We can have this Wasted Water Sports Party in November. I know where I'm going to have it in Melbourne.
Is there anything other than there's a couple of like Irish and English type pubs in the city, and I think there's a Sporting Globe around somewhere. But
in Sydney, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, there's one on I feel like it might be on George Street.
5th and last here for the Bunnies. 30 out from the line. They put it high. Contestable kick. Johnston bats it back. It sits. Oh, well, what the hell was that from Sean Kepi? And now the Broncos break away. Ezra Mam tackled from behind on the 40. What the hell was that from the Rabbitohs?
Yeah, I don't think he'll fry.
Shibasaki. Oh, wait. Forward pass.
Dan's not going to be going too far from Chinatown, the fish market, or the casino.
Penalty to the Rabbitohs.
You could probably cross that off the list.
Well, that was a whole big mess. Shibasaki. Shibasaki never retreated behind the play of the ball. And it was a forward pass anyway from Cobbo.
Last week?
It was a mile forward. Penalty to the Rabbitohs at the end of all that. But I want to know what happened with Sean Kepi. He just punched the ball down.
I feel like he thought it was a knock-on from Alex Johnston. Has that kid just got, like, mad pimples, or is it grass on his face? Because if he's got real big, like, pimples, and I'm not saying, you know, like, I'm not paying him out because of it, but that just really shows how young they're having to recruit at the moment, the poor Rabbitohs.
30 out from the line. The Rabbitohs get a set restart. This would be massive if they hit back. They're inside the red zone. Havili brings it back into midfield. Here's Ward. Gets it onto Kepi. Kepi tackled in front of the post here, 10 metres out. Havili brings it. Stepping off the right is Ashton Ward. Tackled 5 metres out. 2 tackles left. Havili in front of the post. Gives it on now to Jai Arrow Gagai. Tackled 5 metres out. 2 tackles left. Ward. Again, he shows and goes. And a big hit there from Ezra. And had some help. I couldn't see the number. Harbour Bridge pass goes out wide to Bentley-Hape. And he has tackled millimetres out from the line and into touch. Great cover defence from the Broncos.
Can you go the other side, please? Because I've got Alex Johnson in my multi. Thank you. But, yeah.
Kylie's Ellitsons. Ahoy there. The night is going extremely well. Broncos up 6-0. I'm honestly surprised that it's not over. I thought it would have been over already, quite honestly. But I guess Wayne Bennett, the master coach, what do I always say? I should have taken my own advice. Never underestimate a Wayne Bennett coached team. And he seems to have got them, well, he seems to have got them up for this one.
They're desperate, the Rabbitohs, and their desperation, it just makes you a different team.
Pressure on Jai Gray here under the high ball. He does well to take it and spins away from the kick chase. But once again, they're pinned down inside their own red zone.
If they were playing the Storm, for example, they would probably be down 30-0 by now because the Storm is so goddamn clinical, as much as I, hate giving them any type of credit in any form, positive way ever.
Are you trying to suck up and get yourself back involved in Storm games? Michelle's on a Melbourne Storm ban, by the way, as the Rabbitohs come up with a spilt ball. And Jordan Ricky comes away with it on 0 tackle for the Broncos.
The Broncos have got 2 games left against the Storm this season, so you got to let me in for at least 2. No, I'm not trying to suck up. I'm just, the Broncos haven't done anything to impress me. So
Broncos go on the attack now with 15 minutes to go till the halftime break. Can they extend this lead? Here's Reynolds out the back for Walsh. Holds the pass up nicely for Ricky, but Ricky can't break the line. Walsh from dummy half goes on a dart. Passes over to Reynolds. Grubber's in behind. Needs this to sit up, and it does for Mike Wazowski.
Tick off the multi.
And it's a try for the Broncos, where they make it look easy when they get going.
Oh, I've just burned my arm. Put my elbow out with that cheer. Oh.
Reynolds with the deft little touch in behind.
Boom. First tick off the multi. Did you have him in your multi?
No.
Ow, that really hurt. Oh, good Lord. Never dislocate an elbow because, my God, it'll come back to bite you in later years when you're old and it's cold outside. Just over here, the Rabbitohs' injuries are so bad they're extending to online commentary. Goodness me. Oh. Bow down. Enjoy. You can watch on Channel 9 and have them on mute and still have us in the background, right? Apparently a lot of people do that. Just throwing that out there.
Well, I mean, that was the original purpose.
Absolutely. Oh, Christ.
It just sort of transpired that we get a lot of followers from Papua New Guinea who don't have access to the game and rely upon us for play-by-play. Natural evolution as Reynolds converts and the Broncos lead 12 points to 0.
Woo!
been a very slow start to the game for them in terms of points, but the desperation from the Rabbitohs, that's all it's been. Wayne Bennett surely would have had them up for it, but I still thought it wouldn't be enough. Such a young squad, inexperienced. I mean, I think that ultimately, 12-0, they'd be quite happy. All things.
I like. We is clutching good, Jarvis Henry? We're clutching. Is that good? Is that like a good clutch? Is that another basketball reference? Is that another good clutch shot, like a basketball shot? Sorry, Dan.
You're right.
No, not really.
Tackle
Not really
4 here
sorry
for the
at all.
Broncos, out to the 40. Big defense from the Rabbitohs in midfield. That was Havili with the hit. One of the players that they need to stand up tonight. As Walsh is going to take the kick. Sends it downfield. Jai Gray's under it. Takes it on the full. And he brings it back now just outside the 10. And Ezra Mann with another big hit.
No heel fries. There'll never be enough with the basketball, especially when people bring it up in the chat room.
Gino Ferracini, ahoy there.
For me to bring it up.
12 minutes to go until the halftime break, and the Broncos up
Gina?
12 points to 0. Jai Arrow straight up the guts. Good strong carry there. He's one of the players they need to step up and lead the way. And he wins the penalty and fires the ball. He just throws it there at Ben Talty. He wasn't happy about it at all.
They're getting frustrated.
So you're a Broncos supporter. Do you even know who Ben Talty is?
Never heard of him. But it's not really a penalty when you're holding on to old mate's leg. Like, I don't know.
12 points to 0, 11 and a half remaining in this first half. Rabbitohs finding touch inside Broncos territory.
I don't know which Munro. Jarius Henry that you're talking about. Sorry, I'm just going to...
Set restart here for the Bunnies. Host is driven back in the tackle. He bobbles the ball. And he knocks it on. And in frustration, throws the ball away. Oh, this is really, really poor.
Poor discipline. I mean...
This is really, really poor. I mean, I know that they are injury ravaged, but I mean, there's no excuse for just simple drop balls like that.
Yeah, it's
Ezra Mam's on report. Well, he's used to that.
What a shame.
He's used to that off the field. Now he gets it on the field.
Pasta and garlic bread. Definitely a good meal for a cold winter's night.
6 more tackles for the Broncos as they go up over halfway. Talty carries it to the 40. Down the short side. Hunt, though, opens it back up into midfield. Carrigan onto Hetherington. 25 out. It's just a matter of time, you feel, before this completely opens up. Early kick here from Reynolds. Walsh chasing through, and Jai Gray leaves it till the very last second before he bats it over the dead ball line. Well, he's claiming that this has come off Reece Walsh, and it has. We'll have a look.
Now heel fries.
Walsh has got hands to it. That was better dead. A result for the Rabbitohs. So Jai Gray, wow, talk about leaving it to the last possible second. But it's worked out for him, and that's a poor excuse for a moustache there, Reece Walsh. I'm just saying. Really poor, miserable excuse for facial hair.
Does that mean you're an assassin, John Michael?
9.5 minutes left until the break. And the Broncos up 12-0. I've got to say, I thought they'd be ahead by a lot more by now.
Diamond Masalo will be very happy in PNG if the Broncos win.
Well, be prepared to be very happy.
I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be happy, but...
Be prepared to be very, very happy indeed, because, yeah, I think they win. I think they end up winning quite comprehensively, even though they are making it look more difficult than it should be at the moment. As the Rabbitohs go down the short side, Aitken puts the fend on, but Staggs brings him down, and he's got Reynolds in there to help him. 15 out from the line on the fifth and last. Dodd with the crossfield kick. Bentley-Hape takes it. Bentley-Hape spins out of the tackle and dives over to score. Bayleigh Bentley-Hape. 12 points to 4. And out of nowhere, the Bunnies head back.
Mighty Mouse can't even jump that high to give him a hug. Good Lord.
Beautiful crossfield kick here from Lewis Dodd from 20 metres out. And Selwyn Cobbo, corn on the Cobbo, caught flat-footed there in the battle in the air. And Bentley-Hape steals it away.
Yeah, very flat-footed there. Cobbo did not expect that one at all from Bentley-Hape, and he's just kind of grinning like, oh,
yeah, well,
have that.
He spins out of the tackle. He looks up as he takes the ball in the air, and he looks up. There's nobody in front of him, and there's the try line. And a very cheeky grin as Shibasaki couldn't hold on.
Oh my God, I didn't realize he had a hyphenated name. I thought his name was Bentley-Hape, not
no, his name's Bayleigh.
Bayleigh
Bentley-Hape.
And
as they line up their shot at goal, I'm going to have a quick break because I really need to pee.
Well, that puts the Rabbitohs on the board. Unfortunately, it's the wrong side for my multi. I need Alex Johnston to score, but, you know, there's still a whole other half of football and 7 minutes remaining as they line up the conversion, and he has absolutely shanked it. That has gone so far wide of the posts, it wouldn't even get you behind in AFL. That is awful. Speaking of AFL, there is a big, big game on tonight over on the other code.
Oh, Christ. I leave the room for 10 seconds and she gets into other sports.
Well, it's gone on to an ad break because he shanked the conversion. So
DJ Shaq, Bentley-Hape has had a few tries, I do believe. So certainly not his first.
Quickly over to the other code, and if anyone's interested or cares,
they don't.
Pros versus Hawthorn Hawks, 5-4-34 to Adelaide, 5-3-33 to Hawthorn. So it's a very close game. This is like
they don't care.
They're at their pointy end of the season too. So people are looking for, I went to the wrong channel. That's a Bond movie.
20 metres out from their own line here. The Bunnies play the ball and they go quickly. Havili scoots out a dummy half and brings it outside the 40. 2 tackles left. Jai Arrow in midfield, picked up and dumped in the tackle. Huge defence there from Talty. He is having a hell of a debut. Fifth and last, Rabbitohs put the kick down. Dodd straight down the gullet of Shibasaki at the back. Or is it the big D? It might be the big D, actually.
Yep, Shibasaki's on the other side.
Brings it back to the 20. And Cobbo puts a big fend on, but he's wrapped up and brought to ground. Cobbo plays the ball. Mam fills in at dummy half. Brings it outside the 30. Straight up the middle. On a good run goes big bad Xavier Willison. Steals an extra couple of meters there, the cheeky bugger. In the play the ball, and Hunt is crunched in the tackle. Walsh has been taken off the ball, and that'll be a penalty for the Broncos. Walsh tackled on suspicion. No thought of taking the 2 here. Yeah, tackled off the ball there quite clearly.
I must say, it looked quite good in that replay. They were both very in sync, those tackles.
Yeah, yes, unfortunately. Unfortunately, didn't need... one of them didn't have the ball. Set restart here for the Broncos. Reynolds shows it inside. Goes out for Walsh. The short pass for Staggs. Staggs bends off the defender and scores. Tony Staggs. Well, I did say that it would end up ultimately raining tries. I talked about this in the last game. There's any number of players that you could pick for the Broncos tonight because I think it will absolutely rain tries by the end of it. I just happen to have picked none of them so far.
Probably will, and unfortunately, I only got 1 out of 3 so far. So we will see what happens.
Somebody's got Ben Tolty in their multi. Someone has got Tolty in their multi.
That rhymed.
Yeah.
Now, heel fries. I'm not kidding. Don't you be timing out people over there that you shouldn't be timing out. You just calm yourself. Things have changed in your absence.
Well, to be fair, that's not something that's ever changed.
Yeah, but you can't time someone out just, agreeing with me.
No, that's what I mean. There has to be some level of actual valid reasoning behind it, but
exactly.
That part's never changed.
Uh-huh. Time you out, heel fries.
It's all right, heel fries. There's a little bit of love there between those two, so that explains it.
Who, me and heel fries?
No, you and John Michael. So of course he's going to leap to your defense. As Reynolds nails this conversion, and it is 18 points to 4.
UFC, are you serious? Are you really going to be that much of a dick? Come on. Fuck.
Yeah, completely out of line.
Yeah.
Even as a joke, that is completely out of line.
You're an absolute tool, mate. Like, seriously, just go.
Completely crossing the boundaries there. As Xavier Willison from the restart. Tackled outside the 20. Big carry from the Broncos now. Can they jag some more points here before the halftime break? Reynolds out the back to Mam. Gives it on to Shibasaki. Steps off the left. And he's tackled just outside their own 40 here, the Broncos. Quick front foot ball. Tackle 4, just over halfway. A little bit of space to the right if they go there, but Hetherington straightens. 5th and last. 40 out from the line. Hunt wants a quick play the ball. Doesn't get it. And Mam down the short side. Puts it high. Oh, this is a good kick chase. Cobbo comes away with it. Fires the pass back in field to nobody. And the Rabbitohs survive that.
Good night, Gamer Mel. I hope your pain starts lessening for you soon. It's absolutely awful having to deal with that. But yeah, I hope it starts. Obviously you're probably going to be out of action for a little while, but hopefully the pain isn't too bad.
Johnston.
On Sunday, Gamer Mel.
Carries it up to the 30. Here's Jai Arrow. Last tackle. 1 minute 30 to go until the break. Dodd keeps it low and flat up the middle of the field. Sits up for the big D. Traps it with the boot. And he'll return it outside the 20. Boy, he's quick. I thought he was going to bring it out to the 20, but he's so fast he got even further. Cobbo had a strong game tonight. Often criticised for being lazy. But he's been immense in this opening 40.
I was actually going to comment earlier. He's looking a bit trimmer. Old Cobbo. So,
getting himself in shape for his new club next year.
Maybe he's on the Luka Doncic
Reynolds to man, back inside for Walsh. Makes a clean line break. Puts the kick through. Looking for it to sit up for himself. Bentley-Hape misses it. And they'll come back. What happened here? A forward pass. Who's this down in back play for the Broncos?
Shibasaki. Oh, no, ma'am.
Is it Ezra?
It's Ezra.
So Reynolds fires the... Oh, he's been cleaned up. Oh, it was a mile forward, the pass, as Ezra Mam's been absolutely towelled up in this tackle. A perfectly legal hit, by the way, from Jacob Host.
Absolutely legal. It just happened to be one of the big dudes on one of the small dudes. So, but he's up, so that's fine. He's up. He's not wandering off injured. He's not going for a HIA, so...
Yeah, Jacob Host is like, that's for the Uber driver.
Stop it.
It was a mile forward, that pass.
As far as I'm aware with Ezra Mam, he might not have been punished by the courts properly, or the NRL or the Broncos as we saw fit. But from what I understand, he's done his penance and he's doing it with that family as well. So,
well, you've changed your tune. Let's hear. Honestly, let's go back to the live streams that happened like in the weeks immediately following the incident, and I was the one that was sticking up for him.
On the field still, as I said, we didn't agree with his punishment by the NRL or the Broncos, and I still don't. But he's been given a second chance, and from what I understand, his work and he's been dealing, he's been helping the family.
Oh, here's a chance for the Bunnies. Out to the left, they've got numbers. Arrow sends it on to Aitken. Aitken to Duncan. Duncan puts the right-hand fend on and scores. Right on the stroke of half-time, the Bunnies have hit back. What an incredible try.
I really would like that to have been to AJ because, he's in my multi.
This is unbelievable from the Rabbitohs. Some lazy defense, it must be said, from the Broncos, thinking that it was going to be half-time. They were very slow to slide across there. You can see the troops coming across now, but it was way too late.
Yep, that was dumb from the Broncos. And look, just before that happened, going back to Ezra Mam, he is still public enemy number one for a lot of people. There are a lot of people out there who will literally never forgive him for that whole thing. And I don't think that they have to either. But, like as I said, he's in the team. He's trying to make amends. Sometimes you've got to put yourself in someone else's shoes. What's he supposed to do? Quit? Never play again? I can't keep going down that road. TikTok has made...
Isaiah Tass with another shank.
That's terrible. Yeah, TikTok has made us soft heel fries because you can't say anything. Like, if I allude to, any thought of self-harm, TikTok will ban you.
Well, in fairness, that was a pretty... I didn't know that you said that. It was a pretty terrible comment.
It was a terrible comment. I shouldn't have said it, but I was very emotional. So,
but it is funny that there was only one platform that actually banned it.
Yeah, well, that's right. But yeah, that's it. But Bronson Cherry, it's a different thing. He's not. It's a different thing. And
that was something that directly impacted on field.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
he's taking performance enhancing drugs to, put himself in the number one position every week. It's what Ezra Mam did was dumb.
Yeah.
So dumb. And I don't think he's still not driving.
If Ezra Mam crashed into the stadium on game day and took out the Medicab, completely different story.
You can take drugs, heel fries, if you want. I don't care.
I just assumed we all did, to be perfectly honest.
Like,
I mean, what?
But, like, it's a thing.
Jace, ahoy, mate.
But yeah, like, but
Oh, how good is that? Craig Howarth potentially even aging himself there with that comment. He'd love to have a beer with Duncan. He'd love to have a beer with Dunk.
Yeah, look, we're not going to get too deep into it because we're in the middle of a stream, but like heel fries, it's something that's been discussed in depth by myself and by the chat room from the start of the season. And it's just, as I said, he's, if the family can forgive him, and allegedly they have, then, what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to go on a vigilante rampage for someone who doesn't want it? Like, yeah. Anyway.
Dan the man. Were the Bunnies' kicks close at all? Need one more point in the first half? No, they weren't even close. Those kicks a goal wouldn't have even gone over if there were 4 goalposts side by side.
No, that was a terrible. Oh no, Jason, your team's not playing tonight, so it's all good.
Why? What happened?
Halftime score. What's the halftime score? 18-10? No, 18-8?
18-8, yeah. Because Isaiah Tass couldn't kick a goal to save his life at the moment.
So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tries, and only one of them is in my multi. Fantastic work.
Yep. Well, at least you've got one. Rocky 11333 says, "Shot out to you both." Well, I will do a shot virtually because
I don't.
I
didn't have a shot, but I had the rest of my whiskey, so close enough.
Yeah, I've still got 2 more days left of streaming, so I'm not going to plow through my bottle by doing shots. I will just do a virtual shot and a cheers.
Well, that was actually the last of my bottle, so.
Oh no!
There's a tiny little bit left. I don't know, and I went out to have a look about getting the other half bottle that's out there, and someone's finished it off, and I bet you my dad lies and says it wasn't him. It's like when I came home.
Well, who else could it be? Buff?
Well, like he buys all these sweets and he reckons he doesn't eat them. But I come home from basketball the other night and I walk into the kitchen and he's standing there with the freezer door open with a spoon in the bloody ice cream tub. And I'm like, oh, so it's not you that eats them, hey? Literal deer in the headlights.
Cheeky bugger had to get basketball in there somehow.
Oh, well, it was because I was coming home from basketball. Shut up.
Gotta get it in there somehow, some way. Now, what was this that you said to Jace? You said Jace, his team's not playing, so it's a good night or something. You said.
I got it.
And I didn't quite understand it.
Thank you, DJ Shack. Exactly. That's exactly what I mean. Like, there's a whole different sides of justice when it comes to things like Bronson Cherry, whatever the freaking hell his name is, versus Ezra Mann. And
totally.
We were furious. I'm a Broncos fan. I was furious. And I have lost a lot of love for them this year over the way the club handled it. Because, but he's on the field. Cool. What am I supposed to do? Boo him every time he touches the ball?
Yes.
Like, it's that would be majorly demoralizing for him as well. But as I said, from what I understand, he's been working with the family. He's been forgiven by the family. But I could be wrong. I could be
no. Now,
by some media website.
Now, heel fries, I can tell you with 100% accuracy that is not true. Michelle blasted Ezra more than the rest of us when it first happened. In fairness, she was out for his head when it first happened, when he first came back. So yeah, we. Oh, sorry. Okay.
What are we supposed to do?
All right. Sorry, he's just trying to spark a reaction.
I've mellowed in my old age, heel fries. I told you were gone for like a season and you've missed Mellow and Michelle. So
Mellow Mellow Michelle. We don't see that very often.
I don't think it does.
I think it's just because this is a game where there's literally no chance of the Broncos losing. Mellow Maiden. Mellow Maiden.
See, look, there you go. David agrees. Jason, I'm still banned from Storm games, but the Broncos have got 2 games coming up against the Storm, so it's kind of like a catch-22, rock and a hard place. So
Jace, she did try and suck up earlier to try and get herself back on Storm games. She said positive. She said positive things about them. She actually said on the record positive things about the Melbourne Storm to try and get herself back on the games.
DJ Shark, 100%. Who was it? What were we talking about today, Dan? There was a HR chick that
yes.
For drink driving from the Broncos. She got a bigger fine from the government than Ezra Mam did. What about old mate Steve Renouf? He got done, like 4 times over the legal limit. And then old mate from Fox Commentary or whatever it was got done today.
Yeah. And Fox let him go as opposed to all the Broncos people.
Well, who are Fox going to put on instead? Oh, no, they let him go. Sorry. Never mind. I thought they let him go, like they just didn't care. But, okay. I need to just pause for myself for a second because I need to get another drink. I'll be back.
That could actually work out quite well, Craig. Craig Howarth has said, is Mellow Maiden an easy listening version of Iron Maiden? If anyone's familiar with Futurama, there was a thing where, oh God, what's his name from Star Trek? Will Shatner did he was doing a spoken version of Eminem, Slim Shady, the real Slim Shady, a spoken word version. And they're like, how can he do a spoken word version of a rap song? He just does. I reckon Mellow Maiden should be Iron Maiden ASMR style spoken words. To go off, I dare say. David Innit. Any Broncos fan thinking we're playing well tonight should legit have their head read. We're up against essentially mascot Jets reserves with a ref giving us every 50-50 and we're only 10 in front? Question mark. That was really, really poor defense at the end of the half. Really lazy. No desperation in defense whatsoever there from the Broncos. They thought that it was going to go into halftime. They thought that the play was going to come to an end, and it was really disgraceful. They were too late sliding across there to try and shut that play down. And Tallis Duncan fights his way over the line for an easy try in the end, ultimately. So, yes. DJ Shack says too many unforced errors, especially whilst hot on attack. And that's been the case for the Broncos tonight. DJ Shack raised the point earlier that perhaps the Broncos are just being brought down to the Rabbitohs level. And isn't it interesting how often we see that? A game that a team should be winning by so many points, and they get dragged down to an underperforming team's level. And that could very well be what's happening tonight. Now, I should imagine that they'll get a talking to at the halftime break and expect a completely different Broncos team to run out in the second half. But will it be enough? I mean, just mentally, it's very hard to get yourself back up. Like, if you come out and you start the game and you're, for whatever reason, down here, it's very, very hard to get yourself back up. Like, I've not ever played the game at this level, but I have played the game. I've played both codes of rugby. And so even at lower amateurish levels, it's very hard to get yourself up once you've switched off. So it'll be interesting to see if Madge can get them up for this second half. But that's why these players are paid the big bucks. They need to. Because there has been nothing at all convincing about this performance so far. They need a much improved second half. $18.28 at the halftime break. We'll have ourselves a quick break. Since Michelle's popped off as well, I'll play some music. And we'll be back for the second half here on the Waste of Water Sports. Thanks so much for being with us. Be right back after this. Second half underway. Well, that sort of felt like it came out of nowhere. Second half underway.
We took too long in the halftime break.
Yeah. That really, really snuck up.
It's not. David, in it, you are 100% correct there in the YouTube chat. And you know what it is? It's the ego.
It's a big problem with the Broncos, isn't it?
It is. It's the ego and it's the... Yeah.
Fifth and last here for the Broncos on halfway. Reynolds puts a spiraling bomb up. Johnston is under it. Spins away from the kick chase of Talty, who's had a strong showing here. I'm assuming that he's on debut because he doesn't even have a profile photo on the NRL website. But he's been quite solid, Ben Talty. Rabbitohs bringing it up outside their own 40. Arrow out the back. Now it goes for Gray. Gray's been taken around the head by Ezra. No penalty. That's interesting. Tackled on halfway. He lost his headgear. He had his headgear ripped off. How could that not be a high shot? Cobbo comes away with it now. Puts the fend on. Corner on the Cobbo's away and scores in the corner. Selwyn Cobbo Now, the talking point's going to be that high contact not called. Jai Gray literally lost his headgear in the tackle. If he's had his headgear ripped off, how could it not be a high shot?
Maybe it just wasn't put on properly after half time.
And the players stopped. All the Rabbitohs stopped. Were waiting for the call. Shibasaki, does he get hands on it? Cobbo plays to the whistle. Puts the fend on. And, he's looking good, Cobbo. Good news for the Dolphins next year.
Yeah, he's gone on the Luka Doncic men's health plan. You don't know who Luka Doncic is?
I do not know, but what I do know is Cobbo's probably getting himself in shape, getting his head in the game as a bit of an FU to the Broncos.
I know, it sucks.
Yeah.
David, in it, you got it.
22 points to 8. Try confirmed. Not playing to the whistle. The Rabbitohs, they've been guilty of that a couple of times tonight, and that's ultimately just inexperience.
Managed to dip the fringed ends of my scarf into my whiskey, and that's just a waste of whiskey. Oh.
Reynolds from the sideline. It's hooking back. It sneaks in the far upright. Big conversion there from Reynolds. And the Broncos looking a lot more comfortable now.
That's it, DJ Shack. I'm trying to teach myself that at basketball. Another basketball reference. Sorry, Dan. You can't play to the whistle. You know, like I'm old. I play like, you know, I'm not a good player. I'm the first one to admit that. But you know, if I think I've travelled, just keep going. Or if I think I've double dribbled, or I've absolutely smacked the crap out of some chick, just keep going. If they haven't blown the whistle, just keep playing.
Broncos let the kickoff bounce. That's always dangerous, but it sits up for the big D. And he gets the bumpers up. He sticks the elbow into Thomas Fletcher there. Lucky to get away with that. We've seen big Tino for Asuamalawe get pinged for that time and time again. But then he's got a reputation, doesn't he? So they're keeping an eye out for it. That's ultimately what it comes down to. Same with Victor the Inflictor. The officials are onto him. Once you gain a reputation, very hard to let that go.
Yep. And you're right, DJ Shack. It's from under 10s. If the whistle isn't blown,
short ball. Yeah, that's exactly right. Short ball almost opens it up for Willison, who's tackled on halfway. Hunt goes down the short side for Reynolds. They're going to run here. Ricky onto Staggs. Loose pass out the back. Goes back for Ricky to collect it.
He knows he's running the wrong
Gives
direction.
it to Walsh. Walsh now heads towards the left touchline. Shibasaki with quick hands to Cobbo. Cobbo gets the kick away. Shows that he can do it all. And it bounces up kindly for Jai Gray at the back. Gray brings it outside the 20. He's got his head back on. Nice to see.
Headgear back on.
His head. Dan wants to know prediction for the Rugby Ashes. Well, geez, that's a fair way away. But I should imagine that Australia win quite comfortably all the games that they play.
Well, we thought that against, that time they lost in New Zealand.
Oh yeah, but this is the Rugby League Ashes. That's a different beast.
Yeah, you know what? I don't want to talk about the Rugby League Ashes because what about the actual Ashes that are happening at the end of the year? Can't wait for that.
Australia 5-0.
Should we do it? Should we do a stream?
Oh,
should we?
Not. I'm not. No. I could do bits and pieces of it, but no way am I sitting through a full day of Test cricket.
I reckon we get a little blow-up pool. We get set up with a blow-up pool and we stream from the pool. We have cocktails and, various snacks that we can reach whenever we require and do a whole day.
Yeah, well.
Tally up how many moral victories England have in that particular day's sessions of play.
Yeah, well, you can do that one. Reynolds on halfway, shows it inside, goes out to Walsh on this right edge. They attack. Stags can't get through the tackle of Duncan. 40 out from the line here, the Broncos. Walsh is going to take over the kicking duties. He puts it high. Good kick chase through on Jai Gray, but he does well to take it as they race through. Jordan Ricky putting pressure on.
Dave, in it, you want to go again, no matter what. If your body can handle it, you do it. Like, why not?
What? A whole day of Test cricket?
No, he's talking about someone sitting on the sideline and scrolled out of my Wighton must be loving the 4-week break.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, Jack Wighton must be loving life, leaving the Raiders to chase a premiership, as Johnston now in a little bit of space, steps back in field. Stags wraps him up.
Win a premiership first.
They keep that, which they won't, but I'm just saying, they're better positioned than the Rabbitohs, aren't they?
Absolutely. Right now.
Yes.
Oh,
Kick goes down for Cobbo, backing up. And, yeah, you're absolutely right. He's looking very, very trim. Oh, Alex Johnston down in back play.
No!
Alex Johnston down in back play, getting some treatment. And who's this down? Xavier Willison's broken his arm.
Xavier Willison, he's gone.
Through the hands now, a dummy by Jordan Ricky, who's been immense tonight. Quick play the ball. Reynolds inside to Carrigan. Carrigan beats one. Tackled 30 metres out. They go left, the Broncos. Walsh cut out pass to nobody. Well scooped up by Corn on the Cobbo. And he's tackled inside the 20 here on the fifth and last. Over on that left edge. Shibasaki into dummy half. Hunt's going to put the kick up. Walsh against Gray. It's off Walsh's nuts and into the in goal for Jai Arrow to ground it.
DJ Shack. Oh my God. I'm not reading that on air. We'll get us blocked on TikTok again.
We're not on TikTok tonight.
Oh, are we? Oh, okay.
No. Because I was experimenting some things to try and get around this issue that we're having. And
you got blocked?
Yeah, until 8:40 tonight, we got a temporary ban. So I could go live now if we wanted to, but I don't.
Oh my goodness.
So don't worry, we're not on TikTok tonight.
Oh, well then I can be back to my normal self, can I? No.
Who not? No one's buying that. No one's buying that you've been controlling yourself tonight because of TikTok. Penalty here to the Broncos for high contact. Take the two.
How do you not believe that I've been controlling myself? Yeah.
Take the two.
I'm not dropping an F-bomb.
Reynolds at the back to Walsh. Throws it over the top for the big D, who steps off the right boot and plants it down in the corner. The no-look Harbour Bridge ball from Reece Walsh. Well gathered in by the big D. And Mariner.
My multi? Who's in my multi? I can't even remember.
Stepping off the right boot as the Rabbitohs defense slides across. Beautiful work. Completely stood up his defender there. Was that Lewis Dodd? It might have been Lewis Dodd out there. Sliding across and completely stood up there.
I thought about putting the big D in there, but I didn't. So I went with the goatee instead.
Phrasing.
What?
Phrasing.
Yeah, the big D. I thought about putting him in my anytime try scorer multi. Goodness me. You're got gutter mouths and gutter minds.
Exactly, heel fries. I thought about putting the big D in there. What a great commentary line. That's up there with the hair in the penis.
Yup, right.
Reynolds from the sideline hooks it back around. It goes down the middle. Another conversion for Reynolds, and it's 30 points to 8 in favor of the Broncos.
What's happening with Alex Johnston?
I thought about putting the big D in there. Oh, that's classic. Tom Ace says I can cash out for 18p. Wow. Very nice.
What happened to Xavier Willison? Has he actually got a broken arm? Like, can we get some?
Yeah, there's been no update on Xavier Willison yet.
What's up? Ian? Yeah.
Reece Walsh doing his best Kieran Foran impression with the rainbow pass to Mariner. Oh, here we go.
I think he's in.
Suspected broken arm. Okay, so we don't know yet. Suspected broken arm, but they haven't fully diagnosed it yet.
Sorry.
Xavier Willison ruled out suspected broken arm. They don't know for sure yet.
When did he do that? When did he do that?
Jarius Henry says, I need Alex Johnston, then bang. Yes, he goes and hurts himself. I think Alex Johnston's still out there, though.
I think he is too, but what happened to Xavier Willison? When did that happen? Sorry, I'm just...
Isaiah Tass down the right edge tries to put the big left arm out on Shibasaki. Shibasaki brings him down. 30 points to 8. Hey, my score prediction, actually, I said this during the Warriors-Dolphins stream. My score prediction was 36 points to 10 in favor of the Broncos. Now, obviously, the Rabbitohs are not going to get 10. There'd be no point. But I'm going to be pretty close here, I reckon. 36-10, I said the score would be.
No, he's on the field still, Jarius Henry.
Yeah, still there as far as we know, but he certainly wasn't healthy.
Is he number 2? He just took that tackle, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he's still out there. Fifth and last, Harvey brings it left. Dodd, nice ball to Duncan in half a gap. Here's Johnston, but the referee's blown the whistle for a forward pass. Or a knock on.
How is it a knock on?
Forward pass or knock on. He's doing the signal. Let's have a look. He's called that a forward pass.
That wasn't forward. Can you challenge that? I'd challenge that.
He's called that. No, you can't challenge forward passes.
You can't call them on the bunker either. What is wrong with forward passes? Are they like the Billy Slater of rugby league? You just can't call a penalty or anything on them?
Oh, here we go. How has Billy Slater got dragged into this?
Oh, he's stupid.
Poor Billy.
Before he was in my blind.
Poor Billy Slater. And she wants to get back in on Melbourne Storm games. Ezra Mam steps off the left boot and he's up over halfway. Doing very well, Jarius. Thank you, mate. Yeah, just very confused by TikTok at the moment. And I know that we're not alone in that. It's actually a widespread thing at the moment. People getting pinged for unoriginal content despite streaming themselves. I mean, I'm sorry if I don't look unoriginal. I mean, I'm sorry if I don't look original. Yes, that's what I meant.
You look too much like Chino. Maybe you should change that.
I don't recall him having majestic... I don't recall Chino having majestic Chris Jericho hair. Just saying. 5 meters out from the line, Walters with a crash ball. Ben Tolte on debut. Somebody in the chat is going to be very, very happy because I know they've got him in their multi. Ben Tolte crashes over 34-8 with the kick to come from beside the post.
I thought that ambulance was there for Willison then, and then I realized there was a couple there.
Well, he's on debut for our streams, DJ Shaq, because I've never seen or heard of him before. So there.
DJ Shaq. Put you in, yeah.
And stop yelling at me.
I feel like he's called his name before in a call though. Ben's Holtzy.
No, never heard of him, never seen him in my life. Neither is the NRL website because he doesn't even have a photo.
I never heard of bloody Dane Gagai until a couple of years ago. Apparently, he's been around for years. I was going to say before.
Okay, it's his third NRL appearance. There you go. So he's practically on debut.
Shush. DJ Shark, we were talking about the injuries before. You wouldn't remember this.
Oi!
What?
Do not tell me to shush on my own channel. God damn it.
DJ Shark's not going to remember this because it was many years ago. Before he was... Well, I'm not going to give away your age, DJ Shark, but...
Oh, yeah, that's right. We know, don't we?
many years ago. And it was over in Perth, and it was Jaral Yao Yi who went up for a... he went up for a kicking goal, and he come down, and it was pouring rain that whole game. It was awful. It was Broncos versus Souths, actually. It was the same two teams. And he went up, Jaral Yao Yi went up, and he come down, and he snapped his ankle. Like, like it was a compound fracture. His yellow sock went maroon real quick, and Channel 9 replayed it. And I think they got to a point where they realized that the yellow sock was going bright red, that they realized they had to quickly go to an ad break. I've never seen an ad break come on so goddamn fast. But yeah, that's when they kind of started really making sure they weren't replaying brutal injuries.
Until the Victor Radley incident.
Oh, that was awful.
Yeah.
They kept the camera on him while he was spasming on the deck. It was, that was bloody awful. And honestly.
Oh, here's Walsh to the line. Now the big D on the right edge. Spins over and scores the try. Big D gets two.
The double D.
They keep cutting to the crowd every single time to play that stupid dance.
Yes, it did, Nick M. It absolutely ended his career. Old Dry Ye. Young. Well, he wasn't really old back then, but yeah, it was awful. Yeah, they have been pretty good with showing brutal injuries until Victor Radley. He lost a boot in that one, the big D. Went in for the double.
Cherie Hansen says, I love the Cowboys, but I also like the Bulldogs. Good old St. George. Good old St. George.
Who's the last one?
The West Tigers and Atom.
Not sure who the last one is, but I don't like St. George. St. George can get in the bin, but I don't mind the West Tigers. I think everybody's got a soft spot for the West Tigers.
Somebody asked me in the last game whether it was going to be overs, and overs was 45.5, and I said the Broncos could possibly get over 45.5 on their own. And I hope that they took me up on that tip now. The first half was looking a little bit flaky, but I hope that they ended up taking me up on that, because here it is. The Broncos could get that on their own, and the 45.5 is already covered. So there you go. Reynolds from the sideline, hooking this one back again, right down the middle. Oh, Adam Reynolds. We haven't said his name a whole lot tonight in general play, but holy hell, he's kicking well. Goal kicking, that is.
Has he missed?
No. Perfect record tonight, Reynolds. 7 tries, 7 conversions.
What have you been for New South Wales? Yeah, DJ Shack, I've got like 1 tick on my multi. I'm doing real good. Oh no, I've got 2 ticks on my multi. I need Alex Johnson to get a consolation try, and I need Shibasaki and his goatee to get one as well. So
Dan took a few overs, 54.5, 58.5, Broncos over 38.5, and then a double with the... Oh, no, don't bring up AFL, for crying out loud. You'll get her very excited.
No, No, the Cats don't play till Sunday, and they play Port. It should be a pretty good game, to be honest.
Reynolds to Shibasaki, who dummies and goes straight through. Shibasaki up over halfway. One to beat. Throws it inside to nobody. The referee gets in the way as Walsh gives him a little shove on the arse. And the Rabbitohs come up with it. Well, the Broncos have absolutely ballsed that one up, I've got to say.
Yeah, good one, Shibasaki. Wait, who was it that was asking about the AFL? Because it's 8-8-56 to the Crows, to 6-3-39 to the Hawks. And in this game, I'm going for Adelaide because I hate Hawthorn.
Shifting to the left, go the Rabbitohs, but they can't get the ball on the outside. Broncos sliding defense shuts them down.
Bear me, DJ Shack, I'm a mod.
Broncos temporarily up to 5th on the back of this victory. Until, cut out pass, puts Johnston in space. Alex Johnston with the chip and chase for himself. Walsh gets across and covers it off. Oh, Alex Johnston. That's the first time tonight we've seen him in any hint of open space.
Wait. Nick M., you were doing media and you sat next to the Corey Oates family the night that Corey Oates got broken. Which night was that? Because he's been broken a lot.
19 and a half to go. Broncos up 42 points to 8. It's unfortunately the one-way traffic we expected it to be, but I've got to give credit to this young and inexperienced Rabbitohs side for their first half. They obviously couldn't keep it going in the second, but they gave us a good fight in the first half.
A little bit of desperation there in the first half, a little bit of, stuff it. This is trial by fire, but it's not like we're going to go into the finals, so let's go out with everything we've got type of mentality.
Penalty now to the Rabbitohs, and we've actually got, we're actually going to get quite possibly a spoon bowl. A spoon bowl in 2025. Who are these people?
I don't know, but there's Buck.
There's Buck.
Oh, it's his birthday.
Oh, it's his birthday. There we go. Round 20. What is it? Round 25?
Okay, I just want to throw this out then. Nick M.
Okay, you go, because I'm going to have a quick break.
Okay, Nick M. At least 6 years ago, is it years ago? That's like at least 16 years ago, dude. Come on. I don't think Oates was an underrated player. He was absolutely given his dues. He played Origin. He had, match-winning tries on several occasions. I don't think Corey Oates was an underrated player at all. So, let's change the channel. Jace, quick, let's check the AFL. Oh no, I'm going on the wrong channel because it's not on the main 7. It's on like the other, the shit 7. Because, I can't even go to the right channel. Oh my God. I don't know where I am. 7, 4. Yeah. I don't know where I am. I'm not even on the right channel. I don't know what's happening. I changed the channel and now I can't get back to channel 9. So I have no idea what's happening in the actual game. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. Nothing happened. Thank God for that. The Broncos are bringing the ball back up. The Broncos are bringing the ball back up, and they are coming up through the middle. Reece Walsh, quick pass off to Katoni Staggs, who fends off one Rabbitoh, and he's going up the sideline still. He's got it off to, who's number 5? I don't know who number 5 is. Is that D, the big D? Katoni Staggs has gone in, though. I feel like that's a try because everyone's celebrating, but they did kind of stop the Rabbitohs and look backwards, and they weren't playing to the whistle. That's for damn sure. Neither was I because I was watching what they were doing. But Katoni Staggs has gone in, and he's got a try. That was a nice little run up the sideline there from him. Nice little inside pass to Deine Mariner. All started in the middle there, and he did. He broke it with a big fend off, and then, that was lovely backing up his own pass when he saw that the big D wasn't going in for a triple. But yeah, the big don't argue off of one of the South Sydney players there. I don't know who it is because I don't have a cheat sheet. But Tony Staggs. Yep. And
Jesus.
poor little Mighty Mouse had absolutely no chance. And neither did Alex Johnson, who was coming up behind, who was just kind of watching and puffing his way up the field.
Tony Staggs knew exactly where that camera was behind the try line.
Of course, they all know exactly where that camera is behind the try line.
Well, they play here enough, so they should.
Well, exactly. They played here last week, so they should know where all the cameras are. Mm-hmm.
Crack a smile, Madge, would you? Doing the Craig Bellamy's.
I don't know why.
Doing the Craig Bellamy. Well, he's probably still furious over that first half performance. Reynolds just shaves the upright and through it goes. Well, one of his easier kicks of the night is the one that he ironically nearly missed. How about that?
Unleash the Stag Stampede, says a sign in the crowd.
Yeah, well, wouldn't it be great to see Tony Staggs get back to top form so that the Blues have another centre option at State of Origin time?
Oh, nice, because, you know, I prefer New South Wales to win over the Broncos. Just putting that out there again. Come on, rugby gods.
Good Lord, there's still... Walsh tries to trap the ball with his boot and he nearly makes a complete mess of it. There's still 15 minutes to go in this goddamn game.
It's good to know that my scarf isn't got bad juju like my mum's scarf. That's also a good thing. Have a cone, Madge, says Mookie.
Yeah.
David!
Oh!
Oh!
Wow.
You're speaking my language, mate.
I thought you were the only one, Michelle. Now there's another of you.
Another of me? I don't know if that was great English, but yes, there is another one. Broncos and Blues represent.
Fifth and last here for the Broncos. Reynolds gets the kick down from halfway. And Alex Johnston, who is still out on the field, there we go, gets it to Gray. Gray goes straight up the middle. He needs support. Ducks under the tackle of Staggs. Staggs comes back at him and knocks him down on the halfway line. Plays the ball to nobody and Staggs dives on it.
Stop it.
Broncos back in possession on halfway.
Mate, you got to be there for those play the balls.
Ezra Mam sends it left.
Oh,
great work for Staggs. Is having a blinder. Mam dummies and goes straight through. He's got support from Walsh, but he doesn't need it. There's nobody in front of him. And Ezra dives over for a double.
Oh, poor.
50 is up.
The
50's up.
Can I just go back to me for a second? David, in it, mate. New South Wales and Broncos, how did that come about for you? I'm very interested to know. I'm very interested to know how you're a fan of both my teams, basically.
One can only assume it's a very similar story, but yes, let's find out.
It could be. It could be. It could be just. It could be. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, our mate Josh, he's a New South Wales supporter because that's where he arrived in Australia when he moved over here. He arrived in New South Wales. So, you know, it could be something completely weird like that. Not saying you're weird, Josh. We love you. But, yeah. Sheree Hansen, yes. Ezra Mam scored a try. Trump facts, 9 tries and not 1 tick off the Balti. Well, maybe you should stop listening to Trump. Then maybe you get some, you know, real news instead of fake news. Just putting it out there. Just saying.
Ezra showing off his mouth guard for some reason. Reynolds from right beside the post puts it over. Keeps his perfect record alive tonight.
See, it's a little bit different. There you go, Dan.
Okay.
Very for anyone. Well, actually, you're all on YouTube. There's no one on TikTok. David, in it, the very first game he watched was Dogs versus Broncos, and you were 7, and your dad is a Belmore Tragic. Is he still a Belmore Tragic? Is he absolutely loving it this year? And you had to be different. Plus, Lockyer was carving them up. And you're from New South Wales. I don't know. I'm from New South Wales. Clearly, that's why I go from New South Wales. But the year my family moved to Queensland was the year the Broncos started, which is why I go for the Broncos, because that was, they were the first Brisbane team. I had moved to Broncos. I was very young, mind you, but that was my logic. Die-hard New South Welshman, though, I would sacrifice every Broncos premiership ever for 10 New South Wales series wins in a row.
Never happening. Never happening. State of origin would be non-existent if New South Wales ever won 10 in a row.
Yeah, well, it's still existing after friggin' Queensland, but we digress. I would absolutely love a Shibasaki try and an AJ try because they're both in my multi too.
Well, Dodd, Grubbers throw. Jordan Ricky is in open space. Over the 30, over the 40, over halfway. He won't have the pace, surely, but he might have the power. He angles back in field, and what a tackle from Lewis Dodd. 5 metres out. They need a quick play the ball here. The Broncos have got them skinned to the left, but Ezra Mam can't get the pass away. 6 again.
Yeah.
Ezra Mam wants a penalty and 10 in the bin for the opposition. Reynolds, cut out pass is intercepted by Bentley-Hape, and Bentley-Hape races away. Staggs is chasing across, and Katoni Staggs makes the cover tackle. Oh, he has been immense tonight, Katoni Staggs. Here come the Rabbitohs now. Front foot ball. Tyrone Munro bumps off Carrigan, who had his back to him, and Walsh drops the shoulder. Oh, a blatant shoulder charge, but no penalty. Still on for the Rabbitohs. To the right. Fletcher, 5 metres out, plays the ball to nobody again, but Duncan gets there in time. Inside ball to Lachlan Hubner, and Hubner dives over, but is it going to stand? It does. Try awarded.
He's not sure.
Try awarded from Lockie Hubner.
Can we just go back a beat? Because in amongst all of that, I would just like to say, David, in it, you need to disown your father.
What?
He goes to Queensland,
and
he's never even stepped foot in the state. No, can't abide by that. Can't abide. There are 3 nights of the year.
That's a bit rough.
Because they go for Queensland, but at least they live here. So
shoulder charge there, pretty blatant from Reece Walsh. I don't know how he's got away with that.
Because he's tiny.
Okay, well, you can be 1 foot tall, and a shoulder charge is still a shoulder charge.
I know.
The shoulder charge law is not about size.
It was softened by his hair. I told you. But can we just go back to that? Like, David, just disown him. Just disown him.
That's pretty rough. Lewis Dodd. Ashton Ward, sorry. Ashton Ward here from right beside the post to give the Bunnies their first conversion. Oh, geez, he nearly missed it.
It's raining in Brisbane.
He gets it through, though. 54 points to 14.
DJ Shack, that was an immense passage of play. Ugh.
Craig Howarth says, I'd like to see a 1 foot tall rugby league player. Well, apparently he'll never get done for a shoulder charge, according to Michelle's logic.
Yeah. David officially has no father, so I'm a fantastic influence over here.
That's terrible.
Wait, so David, do you live in Canterbury? Like, I mean, are you a Canterbury Bankstown local? Or are you You're not based in Southeast Queensland like this ridiculous tragic over here, are you? So, and that ridiculous tragic over there. Dan, you're not a tragic. Not most times.
Oh, the Rabbitohs, they've lost the ball here. Penalty.
Oh, look, Nick M. I'm living with my father again, and State of Origin this year was tense. I'm not gonna lie, and obviously I was streaming, so it was yeah. And I could hear him yelling from the other end of the house, and I was just like, "Oh, you're so out of my will," because he's gonna live to be older than me, that's for sure. But yeah. Oh, what's going on over here? This game is well and truly Broncos game. We don't even know what's happening. I don't even know if
Yeah,
Dan's
well,
still there, 'cause I
they
can't
just
hear
they
him.
just captain's challenged a call for an illegal strip, and it was unsuccessful. So the penalty stands to the Rabbitohs. They've now found touch, 35 out from their own line, and the Broncos have no challenge remaining, for whatever that's worth, for the rest of the game.
So you grew up in Bankstown, David. Where are you, David? Where are you now, if you care to divulge, David, in it?
Up to halfway, go the Bunnies. Left edge, they attack. Here's Ward, tries to put the fend on, taken by Tony Staggs, who's had an absolute blinder tonight.
Oh, David, that's hilarious.
Arrow goes out the back for Ward. Through the hands, the Rabbitohs. 7 minutes to get some consolation points and at least one tick off the multi. Down the short side, Ward. Batas, who pops the pass on for Bentley-Hape. Tackled just inside the sideline on the fifth and last. 30 out from the line. Dodd puts it high. It's a little too heavy, that kick. Walsh backs up, takes it a metre out from his own try line. Gets away from Jai Arrow. Takes it up the middle and brings it 10 out. Good kick return there from Reece Walsh.
Okay, guy. Yeah, you're right, DJ Shack. Definite areas that the Broncos are going to have to work on. I feel like Dan was saying last night, I'm pretty sure I didn't dream it, that Dan was saying that Melbourne have looked a little bit flat this year, even though he keeps calling them to win the premiership. So the Broncos are absolutely going to have to tighten up those areas and really become a lot more clinical if they can even think that they're going to go toe-to-toe with Melbourne Storm at the pointy end of the season. And they've got to play them twice. Who came up with that draw? Like, I mean, anyone who's playing Melbourne Storm twice at the end of the season, that's really terrible luck. So whoever came up with that draw needs to be fired 100%.
Well, they need something to balance out the 72 games at Suncorp they have every year.
72 games at Suncorp. Calm down. So it's going to be, it's going to be good. I bet you it clashes with the Cats, who probably have a big game as well. So that's where my other allegiance lies. So,
Here's Alex Johnston's edge, but the pass is knocked down by the BD. 6 again for the Rabbitohs. But still, Alex Johnston would have been in space there.
10 million tries, and none of them get my multi to pay.
It was too tough, this one. It was too tough to call. As Arrow heads back down the short side. Good, strong carry there. Takes it inside the Broncos 40. 4.5 minutes to try and do something here, the Rabbitohs. Give them something to, I don't know, build on, have any sort of positive to take out of the game. I mean, I think that first half they can take positive out of the game. Their first half performance.
Put on them. That's a positive. If they were playing Melbourne right now, they would have 80 put on them. Who have the Rabbitohs got for the rest of the season?
I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I think they've got a spoon bowl. I think they might have a spoon bowl coming up. I've got a feeling that there is a Rabbitohs Titan. I've got a feeling there's a Rabbitohs Titans game coming up.
Oh, Rabbitohs Titans.
Yeah, which will be Spoon Bowl. Because you would think that the loser of that game. Hang on, let's see if I've got that right. Yeah, Rabbitohs Titans next weekend, 2 p.m. Sunday, Spoon Bowl.
Are we covering that?
I don't know what else is on that weekend.
Is it actually Spoon Bowl?
Well, the loser of that game would have to be hands down favourite to win the spoon.
Yeah, because I was going to say that's really early for a Spoon Bowl.
Well, we're 4 weekends away from the end of season.
Yeah, I know. But they've all still got, a few games to play. So
chip over the top here for Reece Walsh. It bounces kindly for him. Forward pass in field to... Oh, well, no forward passes, apparently. As Ramam tackled 10 metres out.
The forward passes aren't called. Good night, Sheree Hansen. Bye-bye.
Here's Reece Walsh for the first tick off my multi, at least. Walsh gets a try right at the death. Forward pass calls optional to end the game. And once again, they keep cutting away to the crowd for that stupid dance.
Can't call that for any team. That can't call that for just the Broncos. That is any team with forward passes.
I mean, honestly, that is up there with the Viking clap as the most stupid thing in rugby league. That was a mile forward. Holy hell.
It is.
Why does Reece Walsh never get called for a forward pass? Reece Walsh is absolutely immune to forward pass calls. It's unbelievable how much he gets away with. Remember in 2023 that Reece Walsh threw that forward pass in the playoffs against the Warriors, which completely swung the game? 2023 forward pass by Walsh knocked the Warriors out of the comp. Unbelievable.
Think of it as a cry for help, and I need to be rescued. I've been kidnapped or something. That's what you need to do. If I'm ever doing that stupid Broncos dance, then you'll need to call the police or get bail money ready. Either or.
You'll need to find a new channel to co-host on if you ever do that dance.
Told you, I'm only doing that dance if it's a distress signal. It is a literal distress signal. So if I'm doing that dance, Dan, you better be goddamn calling the cops. Be invasion of the body snatchers or something. David, don't bring up NBA. You'll get in trouble.
Short restart here from the Rabbitohs. It doesn't go the 10, although it does end up bouncing over the 10-metre line, and Alex Johnston comes up with it.
God, give it to Alex Johnston for a consolation, although I need Shibasaki as well. So
he took the tackle.
Yeah, that pass was forward. They can't call a forward pass.
Oh, Jai Arrow, he's dislocated his thumb.
Ooh.
Dislocated thumb for Jai Arrow. He's in a world of hurt in back play.
Yeah, that's nasty. We never found out what happened to Xavier Willison.
No, well, I mean, the last update was suspected broken arm. I don't know that it's been confirmed yet.
Honestly, no. KCT.
The Rabbitohs have no interest at all in packing their scrum. The Broncos have got themselves bound, so the clock will stop. They're going to have to get the scrum down. The Broncos want more points. The Rabbitohs want the end of the game.
DJ Shark, dislocated fingers, nothing. Dislocated fingers, nothing.
Penalty to the Broncos. The Rabbitohs have not engaged in the scrum, and they've just let that clock wind down. And they've given away the penalty. Reynolds thumps it into touch up over halfway.
Oh, Wayne Bennett's not going to be happy with that, regardless of whether there's 30 seconds left on the clock or 30 minutes left on the clock. You just don't do that. You play right through.
Here goes Hunt now. Out to the left for Reynolds, who chips over the top for Cobbo. Cobbo takes it, pops it back in field. Still alive. Reynolds fires it over into midfield. Carrigan gets the bounce. Gives it off to Reece Walsh. Time is up on the clock now. Walsh steps back inside. Passes to the opposition. And that'll be the game.
Now, Jarius Henry, we were not that lucky for a Shibasaki late try.
60 points to 14. Wow. I mean, I knew that it was going to be up there, but 60? Considering how poor the Broncos' first half was, I mean, they piled on most of those points in the second half.
Okay, but I have a question. Legit question. If it was just the Broncos versus the Tigers, would it still feel the same as a win for the Broncos? Like, for me as a supporter watching them right now against the Rabbitohs, I'm like, yeah, we beat the Rabbitohs 60-14. But if it was the Tigers, I'd be like, oh my God, the poor Tigers, we should have stopped at like 40. Like, we should have just been like, yep, they're dead. We'll just chill out. Does anyone else feel that way, or is it just me?
Well, I'm not sure I'm understanding the question. Are you suggesting they should have taken the foot off the throat because this is essentially a New South Wales Cup Juniors team that they're playing?
Yes.
No. This is a competition, and they're fighting for and against could be very crucial at the back end of the year.
Also very true. Especially
absolutely not.
Is.
It is not the Broncos' fault that the Rabbitohs have got so many injury concerns. Put them to the sword.
Like, I feel more emotionally tied to the Tigers, I guess. But, you know, like, if this was them beating the Tigers, I'd be a lot sadder about it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm not sure that I'm following your line of logic, to be honest.
Nah, that's all right. Probably no one is. I'm a few injuries deep, so it's all good.
No, look, it's not the Broncos' fault that the Rabbitohs are suffering these injuries. They can't take it easy on them just because they're depleted.
No, but like I know. Okay, maybe that's not what I meant. If it was 60-14 over the Tigers, I would feel sadder about it being over the Tigers as opposed to being over the Rabbitohs.
Okay.
I'm more emotionally attached to the Tigers than I am to the Rabbitohs. That's probably what it is. But yeah.
Well, fair enough. Yeah, the Tigers. Yeah, the Tigers are your second team. Yeah, the Tigers are your second team. So obviously you want the Broncos to win, but not demolish them like this.
Wait. KCT has just summed it up in the YouTube chat. It's like beating an under-16s team. A win is a win, but this isn't anything to brag about. The problem is with the Broncos, they'll brag about it. Oh, we put the Rabbitohs away 60-14. It's like, mate, look at the pimples on this kid. Like, how are you bragging about that? And that's the problem with the Broncos. Right there, in a nutshell. They will brag about this like they've beaten the Melbourne Storm 60-14. And I probably just gave Melbourne Storm an offhanded compliment, whatever. That is what the Broncos will do. And that's what pisses me off about this team at the moment. Have you got anything to add, Dan, or have you wandered off?
No. No, I mean, I would think that Madge would be smarter than that to have, and that's why he looked so unhappy in the coach's box midway through that second half.
Smarter than that. But the ego in the team isn't, and you'll get people, and I don't want to, fuck it, I'm going to point fingers. You're going to have Reece Walsh, you're going to have Ezra Mam come out and go, yeah, we beat the Bunnies 60-14. And it's like, so? You were playing their D-grade side. When you
there's
60-14, then come and brag to me.
If what you're saying is that they can have that attitude if they got that victory over, say, a full strength Tigers team, as opposed to this team. If that's what you're saying, then completely.
I'm not even saying against the Tigers.
Anybody. If they got that win over the Titans, you could still.
If they got that win over a full strength team, whom.
Yeah, any of them.
100%. You've got the right to brag.
Yeah, this is though legitimately a junior team.
That is a junior team, basically. Yeah. But as I was saying, the problem with the Broncos is, I'm pouring whiskey all over the floor. The problem with the Broncos is they feel like they can brag about this win.
Well, I mean, we'll find out in the coming days, but I mean, there's no evidence of that just yet. But they have history, of course.
I'm just going to stop flying my thing around there. Yeah. And that's it. Like, I mean.
Well, I don't know what Origin's got to do with any of the conversation right now, Mookie.
Yeah, Mookie, just take that Origin, just. But
I don't think Origin was even referenced, was it?
No, I did not reference Origin one bit. All I'm saying is that the Broncos managed to find a way, and that's what's really put me off them the last couple of seasons. Things like, we beat the Rabbitohs 60-14. Rabbitohs are playing, they didn't even have an 18th man, for God's sakes. That's how injury depleted they are. They've barely fielded a team. How can you call that a huge win? If you're gonna pull a 60-14 win over a full strength Storm side with, that dickhead in the middle and that other idiot in the middle and Jerome Hughes and then that other one on the wing, that used to play for the Broncos, Xavier Coates. If you can do that against the Melbourne Storm at full strength, brag about it. Brag about it till your dying days. But if you're doing it against the 7th string team that the Rabbitohs can put together to make sure that they field a team, that's not to brag about. And that's my problem with the Broncos, is that they will brag about this as a win like it's against a full-strength Storm.
Well, we'll find out, I suppose, in the coming days if they do or not. But, they definitely have runs on the board, don't they? Like, one of the big things about the Broncos since, like, that 2023 season, one of the big things was the egos, the showboating to the camera. It all sort of started to become a little bit more, the Instagram followers, it all started to become a little bit more important than getting results on the field. Now, in fairness, they came within 5 minutes of actually winning the premiership that year. So, but they've sort of fallen apart since then.
But they slept on Nathan Cleary. And it's like the same thing. You come up against the full-strength Panthers.
Yeah.
You beat the Panthers 60-14, regular game, grand final, semi-final, whatever. Then you can brag.
Genitalia, ahoy. Another new account.
60-14 in round 2 this year, you can't brag about that. Because how depleted were the Panthers by injuries and finding their feet after all their transfers in the off-season?
Oh, all season long, yeah, basically up until the past couple of weeks. Genitalia, welcome back. You lost your old account. How many new accounts is this, mate? How's Moses?
James, welcome back. How's Moses?
Somebody asked what the grand final is going to be this year. Storm Panthers. I've seen absolutely nothing to change my mind. I've seen nothing to change my mind so far.
How old is Moses now, James? Because Buffy turns 12 in like a week.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Alara's 11 in September.
No, Buffy's, he's not even little. He's like 43 kilos, so he's not even little. 15 months? No, he's older than that.
Oh, that'd be about right
By the way,
because he got
for any-
he got Moses last season. So
No.
yeah, it was
Anyone
last
in the
season that he
chat
got
room who's
Moses.
wondering, we're talking about our dogs. We're talking about our dogs now. If anyone's got a dog they want to talk about, we welcome that 100% because
Yeah, well, we've got sod all to talk about in this game. 60 points to 14. Like, there's not a whole lot to talk about. So
he's parted some sea.
Moses, part of the sea, yes.
David, the biggest issue we have ever had at Red Hill is we're too busy kissing our top 30 squad on the tips of their dicks and they think they're so good they'll just turn up on game day and win. Yes, exactly. David, you're like me in David form over there on the YouTube chat. Dan, who is this person? You're a New South Welshman, you're a Broncos fan. I think I'm just starting to multiply. I'm just putting this energy out there so much. There's just multiples of me coming out into the universe. Dan's a little scared, I think.
What happened?
There's David. He's in my head. He's saying what I'm thinking when it comes to the Broncos. He's a James, get ready for this. He's a Broncos fan and a New South Welshman. So, you know, there's a grand total of 2 of us now. So he's
Yeah, catch you later, Rocky 11333. Tomorrow is Wallabies versus British and Irish Lions in the final test.
Rocky. Where's Rocky?
Twitch.
Ah, okay. Hi, Twitch. I didn't know Twitch was on. We love our big egos in New South Wales, Mookie. Not as big as the Broncos, though. Jason, shut up. You don't get married. It's easier to run away if you don't get married. Dan and I both proof of that, aren't we, Dan? Just
Natalia says there can't be more than one of you, Michelle. Yeah, it's a horrifying thought, isn't it?
Oh, thanks. Thanks. Thanks.
Oh, DJ Shaq's got a question for you.
What it's like being in perspective, being a Blues fan and also a Broncos fan. All right.
Painful.
Yeah. it can be very painful. Look, when you're watching an Origin game, you want New South Wales obviously to absolutely demoralise Queensland. But I will literally be yelling at someone, like I'll be yelling at Payne Haas to go up against Paddy Carrigan, but then I'll be like, don't hurt him, we need him for the Broncos next week. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword in that respect. But as I said, as I've been very vocal about, if push came to shove, I would 100% be wanting a New South Wales series win every year over a Broncos premiership win.
Well, you're in luck because it's more likely to happen.
Just going to put that out there. But yeah, you feel like some of them are traitors. Dave, you've just said it exactly right. I love Payne Haas. Do you remember Mick DeVere? Are you old enough to remember Mick DeVere? I'm just going to assume you're of my vintage, but you're probably a lot younger, as we wrongly assumed of you, DJ Shaq. Terrible.
Oh, bloody oath. Bloody oath we did.
Yeah. Mick DeVere. Remember, Dan, this would have been back before I got you back into State of Origin. Mick DeVere on the sideline having the staple gun staple up his
Oh, no,
eyebrow.
I've seen that.
But the staple gun breaks and it's just hanging off his eyebrow and he's standing there like, can you just get...
Yeah, like nothing happened.
On the field? Like, holy shit. Like,
yeah.
He's a black belt in karate, for God's sake, Mick DeVere. So he's just like, yeah, I don't feel the pain. Just get it off me so I can get back on the field.
You're right. I wasn't watching at the time, but I have absolutely seen that clip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Payne Haas didn't play tonight. He's out. Injured.
No, he's out injured. Skin infection. Whatever that
He's
means.
out. Mick DeVere he was my goat, Bronco, New South Welshman. Ugh.
What about Glenn Lazarus?
Yep. But that was when I was young. That was when I was like young.
That doesn't make it not count.
It doesn't make it not count, but Mick DeVere, he was, that was I was a little bit older and I was a little bit more understanding.
You have better, more supportive examples, but I'm just saying, Glenn Lazarus was another.
Yep.
Yes, indeed. Genitalia, sad news about Aussie and Hulk. Yes, we did a big tribute on our fortnightly wrestling show on the channel. So
2 weeks behind as usual.
It's all right. He's been locked out of his accounts. He had to start a new one.
It's pretty goddamn easy.
He did start a new one.
Well, he's back on. He should have made a new one 2 weeks ago.
Well, maybe he tried to sort out the last one.
Today.
What's wrong with him trying to figure out the old one and then giving up on it and starting fresh?
Because he hasn't been on much in the last 6 months, so you can't give him that kind of break. Just because you love him, calm down.
Hey, don't spill my personal things out on the live stream. Thank you.
Yep, you're not a spanner at all, James. Just a spanner in general. But yep, big rest in peace. It was quite emotional watching Sharon deal with the funeral and the funeral procession that went past the Black Sabbath chair and all the tributes to Aussie.
Michelle, can you please take half a step to the left?
My left?
Yeah. Thank you. Somewhere along the stream, you kind of started favoring your right leg, I think.
Oh, it's because I was probably leaning on the wall.
Oh, is that what you just... Did you just lean on the wall again? Okay, that's definitely what it was then. Yeah, when you do that, you are right in the bottom corner of the screen.
I give myself a little lean on the wall when I need to help myself up. And I can't keep going left because then I'll stand in the drink that I spilled because I had a spillage. So I keep looking at it like I'm not going to stand in that. I need to clean it up before I yeah. But David, you were saying you're from Mount Druitt, so you're a Bulldog supporter out in the
out in Pantherland.
Yeah, Panthers Pride Land right now. How does that feel this year? I mean, obviously, last couple of years it hasn't probably been with what the Bulldogs have been doing. But this year, how's the vibe around the area this year? So I'm keen to know. It's gonna be taken away.
Jason says,
you lied. You cried too.
No, he didn't cry. He almost had a breakdown.
Watching the tribute, okay. Yeah, I got a little bit teary. It was pretty good.
No, our tribute, Michelle.
Yeah, I got it after you said it.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the one with Aussie. Seeing Sharon though, she was so fresh.
Oh yeah.
Bloody awful. So
I didn't want to say, but it feels like Sharon just aged 20 years overnight, losing her soulmate, essentially.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to say anything about it because it's that's bound to happen, isn't it? And so often we see it, when two people are so just bloody meant for each other, when one goes, and I really do hate to foreshadow it, but generally the other one goes pretty quickly, doesn't she? Oh, it does, don't they? And I'm very, very concerned for her at this stage.
It's something I'm living, to be honest, because it's been 18 months since my mum passed away.
Yep.
And weekends are really hard for my dad. Even though I'm back living at home with him now, and I think that's maybe sparked a little bit, a little bit of annoyance in him probably, because he's like, my God, this girl's so messy. Why did I put up with her in her teenage years? But it's maybe that's giving him a little bit more spark. And the fact that he likes to cook, so he enjoys cooking for us every night, and he likes doing that for him and Mum. And there's maybe a little bit more spark there as well, because Mum didn't eat a lot of what I eat. I eat a lot more. I have a lot more varied tastes. Dad still won't eat guacamole though, so I'm still trying to get him converted to avocado. Like sometimes I just go out and I just look at him and he just looks a little bit more frail and a little bit more, a little bit sadder, a little bit more withered. And I think to myself, he's in his 70s. He may have kayaked 10 kilometers today, but he's still, he lost, him and Mum were together for 50 years. So, it's still a big thing for that age group. And they were together and they beat cancer once. So yeah, it's a bit hard to see, but he does still have you kind of think of that and you wonder how somebody can keep going and keep fighting that will to live after they've lost their soul partner and their soulmate. So, and watching Sharon, but she's got her kids, she's just got to feel it. You just got to get through that initial shock, that initial part of grief. And then, you kind of got to think, okay, well, I'm still here. I've got to keep living. My kids are still here, grandkids. They've got grandkids. So, yeah, it's a bit, it's a bit crap. Craig Howarth. I can't read that. You read that, Dan.
Craig Howarth. Howarth's one. Craig Howarth, your dad passed away in 1982. You still get emotional around Father's Day, especially with all the Father's Day celebrations and promotions happening around that time. Totally understandable, Craig Howarth. Absolutely. I mean, it's not something I hate to keep the depressing tone going here tonight, but yeah, it is. It's absolutely something that I'm sure you never get over. I mean, thankfully, it's not something that I've experienced yet. And I mean, again, I don't mean to be depressing by saying yet, but let's be honest, such is life. So,
yeah, that's it. I guess that's the thing. Like, if it's a sudden thing, you kind of, never really kind of can get that closure. But, I got to say goodbye to my mum, so we all did. She knew. So it was a thing. But yeah, anyway,
so footy.
Let's chant this depressingness and let's go back to something else that's depressing, and the South Sydney Rabbitohs and their bid for not trying to get the wooden spoon in their bid to not give Wayne Bennett his first wooden spoon ever. The Broncos didn't help them on that tonight. Who's playing tomorrow? Did I just see the Sharks are playing? I know you're going to do the Lions Wallabies game tomorrow night, Dan, but is there going to be a NRL game in the afternoon at some point? Has Dan wandered off and I haven't seen it? He has wandered off. I can't see him on the thing. So I can't answer that. I am just going to quickly segue into another code. Haha. It's 13 goals to 11 behinds for 89 points to Adelaide, over 13 goals, 6 behinds, 84 points to Hawthorn, with 9 minutes to go in the fourth. This is a big game for anyone who's following AFL. I know, John Michael, you might have got upset because you were wrongly timed out earlier on in the stream, and I hope that you have still hung around even if you haven't said anything. I like my AFL. I'm a big fan. It's a game I've become quite familiar with, quite obsessed with as well, because I swear to God, sometimes they hit harder than the NRL, and I love it. And they can get a little bit pushy and shovey, and it's a little bit more than the NRL. And whilst I'm still, it's been like 4 years or something since I've been following this sport, it's something I'm still following, I'm learning the rules on. But it's the games. And I think it might have been John Michael who was saying that if you're at an AFL game, especially in Melbourne, it's akin to being at a football game, a soccer game over in Europe. Like, it's just incredible. And Adelaide have just kicked another one, so they'll go up 14-11-95. So, they're absolutely getting it in on Hawthorn at the moment. This is a big game in the context if you're AFL. I think they're a couple of rounds behind the NRL, so they've only got 4 or 5 rounds left for the season before they have like a week off and then the finals start. So, just going to quickly chalk back onto the YouTube chat because that's the only one I can see. Yes, Dan has left the building, but apparently he's come back. He's popped up in the minute that I read that comment, and it kind of scared me. UFC, there's plenty of fish out there, man. You'll find her brother from David. David, don't give him encouragement. No more women need to be traumatized. Ed's dead. Enjoy your night. Good night, Ed's dead. Thank you for joining us.
Mr. Ed's dead from the United States of America.
Jason, you have a good team. I can only assume he's talking about Geelong because whilst the Broncos might be a good team on paper, they certainly haven't proved it so much on the actual field. And I think I'm all caught up with the chat. I am rambling, James.
I didn't catch a word of it.
He doesn't tell me, and I just start rambling because I don't know what else to say. And then I get really embarrassed and anxious about what I'm saying, so I just start rambling.
Well, I wandered off. Because you were already on a rant. I thought I've got time. I've got time for a toilet break. I'll head off.
Wait, Dan, I have a question.
Yep.
Oh, my phone's over there because I'm on it. Games tomorrow. NRL games. Are you doing any?
Oh, probably not. Who's playing tomorrow?
Fuck, I don't know. You're going to ask me that. My phone's all the way over there.
Well, if you knew I was going to ask you that, you should have been prepared. Titans-Panthers at 3 p.m. Not the most exciting of games. That'd be the only one that I could possibly cover.
Oh, so you can't do the Sharks game?
Sharks aren't playing tomorrow.
Oh, they're playing on Sunday?
Sharks have got the Cowboys. That's the last game Sunday,
right.
yeah.
It's Manly and the Roosters tomorrow night.
Yes.
We're going to be calling the Wallabies Lions dead rower.
Yes.
What do we rank? Oh, you missed it! Oh, the Hawkeye missed it. Suck it. Someone asked me earlier why I hate the Hawks. Is it a AFL hierarchy thing? A little bit, because if you're a Geelong supporter, then your immediate hate is Collingwood and also Carlton. But I can't hate Carlton.
What's that got to do with the Hawks?
That team. That's the team that kind of got me into the AFL.
What's that got to do with the Hawks, though?
Because I used to know someone who was a Hawks supporter, and they were the most arrogant pieces of crap I've ever met. Like, they were not worse than, almost as bad as Queensland supporters when the Hawks won. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to hate the Hawks based on your behaviour. So that is why I hate the Hawks. Someone asked me.
Well, that seems like a fair reason.
It does seem like a fair reason. I hate the bloody Queenslanders, and their fans don't leave anything to be desired.
What the fuck are you jumping down my throat for? I was agreeing with you.
Oh, good. I'm glad you were.
What the hell? What the hell?
Jumped down your throat.
What the hell response was that? It's like, I agree with you, and you're like, God damn it, of course it is.
Because it didn't sound like you agree with me. Anyway, are you serious? Tomorrow night, Manly and the Roosters is going to be huge.
Yeah, well, I hate the Raiders because of their fans doing the Viking clap.
I know you do.
Yeah, so it's
That's what I'm talking.
so it's a
Talking about.
so it's a completely understandable thing to dislike a team because of their fan base.
The Roosters and Manly. Oh,
Yeah.
It's going to be a good game.
Maybe.
Oh,
It depends what it depends what Yeah, it depends what Manly and it depends what Roosters show up.
Yeah, well, both of them showed up like crap last week, so
Yeah.
we'll see what they give us this week. All right, so are we doing the Sharks-Cowboys game on Sunday, Arvo?
Sundays are usually, let's see what state I'm in when I arise.
Okay, well, let's call it 50-50. I'm happy to call it if you want me to, but we'll go from there. And on that note, then that would be the Tigers Bulldogs earlier, and that's going to be, we would assume, a thrashing to the Bulldogs.
Jeez, I wouldn't assume that. That would be a horrible assumption to make.
It's a horrible assumption to make, but I'm sure there were people. I made the assumption that the Broncos would choke tonight, and the South Sydney Rabbitohs would run in a win.
That's because you have absolutely no faith in your team.
Yeah, like you have faith in the Sharks?
Not what this is about. We're talking about you.
Yeah. We're talking about me. But tell me how much faith you have in the Sharks.
We're talking about but you're the one that brought it up. We're talking about the Broncos right now.
Just remind me again how much faith you have in the Sharks.
0.
Yeah.
But we're talking about the Broncos.
All right. Oh, this game is so close. Adelaide and the Hawks, it's so close. I mean, it might not look close to you.
Oh, here. You don't have it on the screen at the moment, but here, Rabbitohs injuries, 2025. 118 total weeks missed across all the players that they've had out injured from their top 30. Alex Johnston was out for 8 weeks. Bentley-Hape was out for 7. Brendan Smith's out for 3. Cameron Murray, 19. Campbell Graham, 8 weeks. Cody Walker, 11 weeks. Like that, they've just lost so many players this season. It's unbelievable.
Are there any, and I don't want to diminish the other players on the team, but are there any big names back in the coming weeks?
How big do you consider Brandon Smith's name? He'll be back in a couple of weeks.
Not as big as Latrell, but probably bigger than, that guy with 3 names who I didn't know had 3 names and thought he only had 2 names. Bentley.
Yes, and DJ Shack says that doesn't even account for suspensions because they're missing Jack Wighton for 4 games on a shoulder charge, which apparently was not a thing that Reece Walsh has to adhere to, as we saw tonight.
David Innit, my new favourite in the chat because you're a Broncos supporter and a New South Welshman.
Yes, indeed. Your new best friend.
My new bestie. Thank you for finding us. We hope to see you on the next stream. Dan does a lot of rugby union, so he'll be on tomorrow night with the Wallabies and the Lions. And we'll potentially be back with some more NRL on Sunday. There is a possibility, of course, come October that I'll be doing some NBA. But yeah, thank you. Welcome. Join. We're glad you joined. Thank you for coming.
Good vibes all around, of course.
Well, we try.
Well,
I'm really just going to tell.
I'm pretty well ready to finish this for the night.
Well, I need to clean the towel and clean up this whiskey that I spilled. So you're.
I've got to have dinner and get myself some rest for tomorrow. Got to back it up again.
Right. Well, on that note, we're
60
out.
points to 14 here. Very one-sided. We expected it to be, though. And yes, Wasted World of Sports will be back tomorrow.
And
maybe.
Still couldn't pull off a multi.
Maybe give TikTok another crack. I'll see. We'll figure it out.
DJ Zach, Jason Dunn, James. Good evening.
Anybody who happens to be left, thank you for sticking around with us. I'll be back tomorrow. Until next time. Cheers.
Yes. Hey, Craig.
Who's swearing in German?